I'm so glad you could join me. I was just about to have my mental breakdown. Come on, sit down, come in. So, I was just ruminating on the fact that even when I know something is going to bring me joy and happiness, I put it off and procrastinate. I'll break this down a little bit further. Making art, along with making these videos, they bring me so much joy. I love to do them. They are a challenge, but a good challenge. Like, this is quality of life stuff. This isn't a homework assignment. This isn't being graded where I have to think too much about it. I'm having fun. Why is it that I put it off? Wait till the last second of my free time to do something about it. It's such a draining feeling. But nevertheless, we are here. We are planning on bettering ourselves this evening. I really am glad that you could join me for another installment of Let's Make Mistakes. I'm going to try my best to make something. I can't teach you how to make anything, but I can show you how to mess it up. Please feel free to make something along with me and or do something that you enjoy to do. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I have no idea. I just started drawing and then grabbed the camera and we're here. So let's reflect on the past 2 weeks, shall we? Yeah, the past 14 days have been just a whirlwind of emotion. Oh my god, my feet stink. Like, it's just wafting. I'm gonna be sick. What is wrong with me? This What am I doing? What are we doing? Can we just make something good for once? Also, I'm sick of hating what I make. It sucks. Like, why can't I appreciate what I make? I want to look at something that I've made with my own hands and appreciate it. I swear, I'm gonna scream cry on this video. Like, I'm laughing because I don't know how else to express it, but one of these, like, hard laughs are gonna lead to tears. I'm not turning the camera off. I told you, you're just in time for my mental breakdown. I am not joking. The thing that's in the forefront of my mind right now is a woman. Oh, dude. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm crazy about this girl. Like, I'm really crazy about her. And she's crazy about me, too. Dude. I'm so happy. I continue to fall for her. Every single day I'm falling for her. Like, I've described in past videos that I am crazy when it comes to having a crush on someone, being into someone. I am crazy. I look too far into the distant future. I daydream about that person way too much, and she matches my freak in that way. She is just as crazy as me, and I'm loving that. Let me be a lover boy real quick. I won't make this the entire video. This woman that I have crushed on, fallen for, I am surprised we haven't eloped in South America yet. That's just how she makes me feel sometimes. I wake up thinking about her, I go to bed thinking about her, and throughout the day, it's just on my mind. How about we say things that make sense, please? I'd love for her to be part of my future, you know? I'm gonna shut up. I don't know how things have gotten this far. I am baffled every day by it, honestly. I just didn't think that it would be possible to feel this way for someone, because I just assumed that I would be one of those people that was just drifting alone through life. I would reach my goals, build a life for myself and myself only, and then I would look for love. You know, that's how you plan it out. That's how I planned it out, at least. Whenever I think about the future, she's in it. That could just be the infatuation talking, but that's exactly how I feel in this moment. She makes me a very happy person. I could talk a little bit about yesterday. After I got home from work, I had this like serene feeling. Wait, what does serene mean? Hold on. Serene, adjective, content or composed, untroubled. Yeah. Excuse me. I was overcome with a serene feeling. The rain had cleared, let the dogs out, and I felt the need to go tend to the yard a little bit. In my backyard, there's some wooden archways that grow vines all over them. It's really beautiful, but you gotta tend to the vines because they can become unruly. I was cutting some limbs off the bushes, cleaning it up, making it look more manageable. I had the thought, the mechanics of a vine is to grab hold of anything around it to reach closer to the sunlight. That is the main function of a vine. And while cutting some of these vines, I was kind of managing how they were growing. You can like tuck them into certain places so they continue to grow at a certain angle, or start climbing back up the archway. So I was redirecting some vines so that they grow in a more uniform path instead of just all over the place. I thought a decent analogy could come out of all that. I'm not really sure what the analogy would be. I'm not making any sense. Hold on, let me cook. Hold on. This might work. Hold on. Tend to your garden being your mind. Shear the bushes, clip the vines, point the vines in the... No. That was a good start. Yeah. Tend to your garden being your mind. Because if you don't check in with yourself and tend to your garden, it can become unruly. You never know what problems could be being suffocated by the vines, you know? Because there's been times where I thought everything was okay, thought life was going great, and then you hear a certain song, you hear a certain phrase, something happens to where it reminds you that you're not all okay. This analogy doesn't make sense now that I'm working it out in my head, but I really thought I had some there. Yeah, this is just gibberish now. I'm sorry. Friday in itself was a roller coaster. Came home from work, house was empty, it was rather quiet. Whenever I was just sitting alone with my thoughts, I started thinking about my mom, because she passed in 2019, and I've been without her, 6 years now? And it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I can't just go hug my mom right now, even though I want to so badly. And that thought kind of just stuck with me. And whenever I get in that state of missing my mom, I play a certain collective of songs, just so I can keep thinking about her. I don't want to suppress those thoughts and just go do and think about something else. I want to think about my mom if she's on my mind, you know? And I don't say any of this to say, like, boo-hoo, be sad for me, or get some, like, sympathy brownie points or something, but not everybody is living a picture-perfect life where they can just call both their parents and say how much they love them. But back to this. Yeah, I came home from work thinking about my mom. All I want to do right now is just talk to her about everything. I want to talk to her about this girl. I want to talk to her about what I want for my future, what I want out of life. Every single thing I wanted to talk to my mom about. Give her a hug, hear what she has to say. All those things just circling around in my head. And I just felt this pit form in my stomach that I can't do any of those things. All you can do is cry. That's exactly what I did. I couldn't bear to even stand anymore. So I turned on my record player. It's got Bluetooth, so I can play music from the record player. So I turn it on. I lay in the floor on the dining room, and I proceed to play like 5 different songs that make me think about my mom, and just let it play on loop, those 5 songs. And I cried probably the hardest I ever have. There were tears on the floor. I couldn't breathe from all the snot. It was very cathartic, actually. Wait, what does cathartic mean? Hold on. Probably looked cathartic up before. I'm so stupid. Cathartic, adjective, inducing catharsis. Oh my god. Cleansing the bowels. Yep, I've definitely looked at cathartic before. Why can't I remember words? Oh, that releases emotional tension. Yeah. It was a very cathartic experience. Just lying on the dining room floor, just scream crying, ugly crying. I felt so vulnerable and sad and wretched, but at the same time I felt so close to my mom, because I feel close to her anytime I paint something, make something. Like I feel so close to her in this moment right now. But on the floor in the dining room, scream crying to the songs that remind me of her, it was enlightening, because I identified how I was feeling. I took an action to indulge in those feelings instead of turn them away. I walked right into the sadness, and I felt a weight lifted off of me whenever I finally got up. Mind you, this was like a good 30-45 minutes. Dealing with the loss of a parent isn't gonna be fixed just with one good cry. A therapist isn't gonna wave a magic wand and all your issues are solved with that kind of thing. For me, it's an ongoing process of dealing with the heavy moments and constantly remembering and managing those feelings instead of suppressing them. Because I am so glad that I fed into my sadness, and I could have easily called and reached out to one of my siblings, because every now and then we'll have a heart-to-heart about mom, and I'll get someone else's take on how they manage their feelings, but ultimately you yourself have to deal with that. You could talk to all the professionals, pay however many dollars per hour to talk to a great therapist, but you have to sit in your sadness. So please, I urge anybody that maybe deals with anything similar to losing somebody, or anything that weighs heavy on the soul, check in with yourself. Check in with others around you that you think may be going through it, because you have no idea of someone's situation. Sorry, that got kind of deep. I got a little too introspective there. My fault. My bad. I guess I could tell you the songs that I was babbling like a baby to whenever I was thinking about my mom. First one is Frank Ocean, Wise Man. Bruh. I found a version on YouTube. If you know that song, you know exactly why I played it. 'Cause your mother would be proud of you. Next one's pretty on the nose for the situation, but Mama by Amine. About the hard work a mother does for their child to reach their goals and their dreams, and it's such a beautiful song. And the last one requires some explanation. Slip Away by Clarence Carter. Now you may be asking yourself, hey, isn't that song about adultery? And to that I would say, let me explain. Slip Away by Clarence Carter. The lyrics describe Clarence asking a married woman to slip away with him so they can be together. What would I give for just a few moments? What would I give just to have you near? Tell me you will try to slip away somehow. Oh, I need you, darling. I want to see you right now. Can you slip away, slip away? Now I know it's wrong, the things I ask you to do, but please believe me, darling, I don't mean to hurt you. Can you slip away without him knowing you're gone? Baby, we could meet somewhere where we're both are not known. Makes me think of me pleading to my mom to slip away from heaven so we could see each other and spend some time together. And that made me babble like a newborn. Stayed awake so long that the sun started to peek through the window. I'm thankful that I found the time and the mental energy to make another video. This right here is what makes me happy, is making something from just an idea, bringing my thoughts to the forefront, editing it all together, and hopefully someone finds some kind of value in it, because I know I do. I find that if I don't check in with myself, if I don't tend to my own garden, I just feel a weight on me, and sometimes I can't really identify what the weight is from. If I could cliff notes this episode, it would be to tend to your garden, check in with yourself, pull the weeds, redirect the vines, clip the hedges, find out what's going on inside. And when you've managed that, reach out to people you care about, check in with them. I had probably the most refreshing cry of my life. It does me good to feed into my sadness sometimes. I would rather sit in it than suppress any sadness or thoughts weighing me down. I'd rather feed into it and hopefully come out the other side better for doing it. I miss my mommy, and I have a playlist dedicated to whenever I really need her. Me and my crush are gonna go elope in South America. I'll be away for a while since that's the case. Thankful to be here. Thankful to have enough free time to be an idiot and babble about whatever. Because even if it doesn't make any sense, and even if this is unwatchable, it does my mental health a lot of good to get these thoughts out of my head. Makes me happy to see a drawing or a creation come together. Makes my heart happy. Feels like I'm actually doing something. Alright, can we wrap this thing up, please? Alright, I think that will about do it. I probably made no sense. This is all unusable, and I'm gonna delete this. But if I don't, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you made something along with me. I hope to see you in the next installment of Let's Make Mistakes, but until then, be good and embrace your mistakes. Bye, love you.